Deep in Dawnshadow Forest, a mother's love was about to be tested like never before. A tigress named Astra had just given birth to 3 tiny cubs, and the jungle around them was anything but safe. Astra lay curled around her cubs, Ryan, the brave one, Suri, the curious dreamer, and tiny Indu, delicate and watchful. Each little paw pressing against her chest made her heart swell, and every soft breath reminded her why she had to survive. She had fought rivals before, endured hunger, and faced storms, but nothing had prepared her for this, the responsibility of raising 3 fragile lives in a world that didn't forgive weakness. The cubs stirred in the golden morning light. Ryan yawned and stretched, his tiny claws scraping against the fallen leaves, while Suri sniffed at the dew-covered grass, her wide eyes full of curiosity. Indu, the smallest, clung close to Astra, watching her siblings carefully before daring to venture a tentative paw forward. Astra's eyes softened as she watched them, her heart swelling with a mix of pride and worry. Every step they took, every stumble, every playful tumble was a reminder that the forest could be as dangerous as it was beautiful. Astra rose and stretched her long limbs, muscles coiling with the grace and power only a tiger mother possessed. The forest was alive with sounds, the chirping of birds, the rustle of leaves, and the distant roar of a waterfall. But beneath the serenity, Astra could sense the undercurrent of danger. Her instincts, honed by years of survival, twitched with every movement in the trees. She sniffed the wind. A scent reached her, a scent that made her fur bristle. Another tiger, male, large, hungry, threatening. Varun had entered her territory. The sight of him sent a chill through Astra's spine, yet her fear was instantly replaced by fierce determination. Her cubs were behind her, their tiny bodies vulnerable. She would not let him harm them. Her muscles tensed, her claws flexed, and her eyes locked on the intruder. Varen's amber gaze met hers, assessing, calculating, a predator used to dominance. But Astra was not just any tigress, she was a mother, and nothing would stand between her and her children. The first clash was violent. Varun lunged with teeth bared, and Astra twisted gracefully, dodging, slashing, biting, moving with a precision that came from instinct and love. They tumbled through the undergrowth, shaking leaves from the trees and sending birds flying in every direction. The cubs huddled behind a fallen log, ears flattened against their heads, watching their mother fight with awe and terror. Astra could feel every bite, every scratch, but she refused to retreat. Her strength came not just from her body but from her heart. Every strike was a vow. I will protect my cubs. I will survive. Varun finally retreated, limping but alive, leaving Astra panting and bleeding, her fur matted with blood and mud. She returned to her cubs, nuzzling each of them, licking their fur clean. You are safe, she whispered, though they could not understand the words. The warmth of her body and the steady rhythm of her heartbeat was all they needed. For a brief moment, the forest seemed calm, almost forgiving. But the trials were far from over. Dark clouds rolled over the forest, and soon, heavy monsoon rains lashed the land. Rivers swelled, and the den where Astra had kept her cubs began to flood. She lifted each cub carefully, placing them on her back one by one, navigating the slippery, muddy terrain with caution. Each step was a gamble, each slip a potential disaster. Yet she moved forward, driven by instinct, love, and the relentless will to survive. The cubs were heavy but warm, their tiny bodies pressing against her as she climbed toward higher ground. Ryan yawned mid-climb, oblivious to the danger, while Suri let out a tiny squeak, unsure of the shifting earth beneath her paws. Indu, though small, gripped tightly, trusting her mother completely. Astra reached a rocky cave overlooking the swollen river just as the rain intensified. She placed her cubs down gently, pressing herself against them to shield them from the cold and wind. For the first time in hours, she allowed herself a brief moment of rest. Her relief was short-lived. From the forest's edge came the sound of barking, low, menacing, and coordinated. A pack of dholes had found them. Astra's ears twitched. Her cubs trembled behind her. She knew that these wild dogs could overpower even a tigress if caught unprepared. Every muscle in her body tensed, every claw flexed, every sinew ready for combat. She could not let them touch her children. The battle was fierce. Astra lunged, snarled, bit, and dodged, keeping the dholes at bay. They snapped and barked, trying to flank her, but she anticipated their moves, cutting them off, fighting with every ounce of strength she had.